Hello, this is John Piper with the weekend video, and it's Saturday the 29th of October. I thought I'd start with this chart of gold. I sent it out to my subscribers actually yesterday, but it's an interesting chart with some quite important implications. Let's just go through these. Firstly, we have a five-wave form: 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That becomes wave 3, 4, 5. That becomes another wave 3 from this point here to that point there, 4, and then a final fifth wave. So I'm calling this as wave 1 of the new bear market. Pretty impressive move from 1040 up to 1370. So almost exactly 30%. Since then we've seen this correction: A, B, C, A wave, B wave, and now the C wave. Now I'm counting this as a 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, 4, with a fifth wave decline due. A 50% retracement of this entire move is around there, around 1210. So that's a fairly good target. Let's put that back in again. Fairly good target for any fifth wave decline. One point of note is that the 200-day moving average is here, and you can see how gold is just bouncing around it and hasn't been able to break through it, which I treat as a negative. Now that changed, and we started to accelerate. Obviously, then I would say the correction's over. But right now, it looks like it's not over. For now, I'm positioned. I've got a extreme stop to sell there, down below 1260, to hedge my existing positions if we do go down. But otherwise I'll be adding if we start to see some sign that this is actually not a fourth wave, but it's over. But you can see this is pretty clear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll go down a leg now, have a look at that. The key point here though is that if this count is correct, so that's a 1, and this is a 2, over or not, then the next leg up should be a third wave. So we can expect some pretty explosive moves if that's correct. With a 30% gain here, a third wave could easily put on 50%, so take gold up to about 2,000. So the main message today is if we see the right action, you want to be on gold and silver. I mean, I've doubled my account this year. It's gone slipped back a bit with this decline, but it was pretty easy trading compared to the indices, FX, etc. So this could be a major opportunity. I've also been investing in shares. I mean, Silver Wheaton's up over 100%. I think Brazilian Resources are up over 100%, and still are, even despite this pullback. The ETFs are doing really well despite the pullback. I mean, they're down a bit, but you know, it's all good stuff. So I would strongly suggest looking at this carefully. I mean, obviously, the final decision is always up to you. You must decide for yourself what's right for you. I don't know anything about your financial situation. All I can say is that all I can do is throw the bones in the air, as it were, and look at these charts and say what I think, and you know, it's up to you what you want to do with it. Anyway, let's have a look at the shorter term action. Okay, this is a 3-hour chart. You can see the end of the A wave there, B wave, and now I've got this 1, 2, 3, and so far this is a pretty clear ABC up to there with a bit of a spike here. So that could be an important level. Curiously, the 200, well, this is a 3-hour chart, so the 600-hour moving average is quite interesting. It's actually just it's been taken out, but then retraced, so a failure there, which is maybe of note. But I think a pullback here is quite likely, although I'd be happier with a rally. Let's have a look at this pattern a bit more carefully. I mean, there is something of a 5-way advance there, but I mean 1, ABC 2, quite a nice third there, but then this wave here, which would be 4, breaks below the highs here. That's not allowed in Elliott. Can happen, I suppose. That would be a fifth, perhaps. I mean, this could be a breakout, but we're not seeing that yet. I think if this peak gets taken out, that would be quite encouraging that the low's already in. But overall, I think my preferred count is we're going to see one more sell-off here. Let's have a look at silver. A very similar pattern here. We can count 5 waves off the low. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's wave 1, 2, 3, 4. Not a great count because again we have this overlap here. but hard to count this any other way. That would then be a fifth wave. Similar count, A, B, C, A wave, B wave, C wave forming A, and then a B, and then 1, 2, 3, and then again this very weak rally. You notice that it does actually, it's finding support on the 200-day moving average, which I suppose is encouraging to some extent, but it's just not doing anything with it as yet. So a very similar position. And the 50% retracement is around here, so that's of note. So I mean, I guess there's a slightly stronger case that silver may be doing something, already has seen the bottom. But I think, again, my preferred count is that we're going to see a bit more down, so at least certainly retest the 17 level. But at that point we could see something quite major. We of course have the unpresidential election coming up, and it may well be that will be a reason for these silver and gold to retest the lows before we see this rally I'm expecting. Of course, no guarantees. I think might fall away. Ideally, we'll see a pullback. We'll then see a good buying spike, and then there should be an opportunity. If we see something like that, then that would be a great opportunity. Obviously, use risk control as always. Don't get carried away. Just don't risk money you can't afford to lose. But this could be something. I mean, essentially, I would actually suggest the stocks are quite a good. I mean, I don't recommend stocks, but I would look into some of those silver gold stocks, which are perhaps a safer bet than the spread bet. I mean, I've got stuff in my SIP, which has gone up quite nicely since the beginning of this year. So that's looking good. Let's go on to FTSE. Okay, FTSE Silver's peak at 71.28 here. We fell back quite sharply, looked pretty impulsive. A, B, C. We then had this failure of the spike there, which was a selling opportunity. However, it's difficult to count this really. I mean, as anything that's too exciting. 1, 2, 3. A, B, C. It's just dithering around really. I mean, I've got an extreme stop below 69.20 as I said in my report yesterday. So I'll be triggered short of that, gets taken out. But as with all the markets we cover, the Dow's still going sideways within this range. DAX is probing higher, but not totally convincingly. And this could easily be a corrective A, B, C, maybe more to come. I mean, I could be triggered short to find that it just bounces, so that's something I'll be looking out for. But I think really we're just waiting for the election, and not much might happen until that point. Certainly, although there are indications I mentioned before that this does count quite well as a major peak, and everything we're seeing could just be delayed because of the expiry which came in last Friday. Again, not much happened after that. Well, a bit I suppose, but not a great amount. Now we've got the election, so it may be we're just going to hang around for the next couple of weeks. Well, I suppose it's only a week now actually, until that thing's all over, and then we may get a knee-jerk bounce if Hillary gets in, and some kind of knee-jerk fall if Trump gets in, or maybe a lot more than that. Just hard to predict, but the wave patterns really go either way. I mean, at the moment we have got a possible peak, and we've got a possible 1-2 pattern, which obviously could lead to quite a big sell-off. On the other hand, we also have a possible ABC. So, there's at this point there's no real confirmation that we've seen important peaks, but that it could change very rapidly, which of course makes it difficult to trade these markets because to some extent you have to take a view and say, well, okay, I want to do this, but it's a fairly high-risk stance to take, and it's better to wait for the best opportunities rather than going in when the probabilities are rather uncertain. Right, on that note, I'll call it a day. A longer report than I had in mind, but hopefully you found it interesting and useful. Gold and silver is the main message. That's a nice, strong signal that we're seeing. Well, potentially strong, I should say. And I think that's where the main opportunity lies at the moment. We may, I think the lows could be in, but I would think certainly the pattern suggests we've got one more sell-off to come. So we'll have to wait and see how that develops. So thanks for listening, have a great weekend, and bye for now.